Buon anno. Happy New Year. Inspirado. Much love from Man Behind the Machine.
Good day, hello, my name is Quasar. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am everyone's favorite extraterrestrial. This is correct. I'm Quasar. Everybody's very intelligent. Extraterrestrial. Do not challenge me to a game of Do not challenge me to a game of molecule ping pong, because boy, oh boy, I shall beat you in a jiffy. In a jiffy, you hear me? I will beat you. I will beat you competitively in a jiffy.
Okay, so yeah. Alright, so yeah, it's just crazy that these bodies just seem to be on loan, you know, and then at some point, it's like, what is that determining factor where that point is where it just goes, okay, and now we're taking it back. Now it's, you know, we're pulling the hand out of the glove, so to speak. We're taking the hand out of the puppet, so to speak. We're going to turn off the Nintendo, you know, right now. Or put in a new cartridge, so to speak. So it's so interesting because today I was just reading about this new article. It's on The Atlantic. What people actually say before they die. Insights into the little studied realm of last words. And this woman, her dad was dying. And I guess her dad was a professor, and he used to use these Latin words, and he would teach adults, you know, he was just a very linguistics, you know, just very deep into those areas. And as he was, you know, deteriorating, so to speak, and all the way up until the point until he was laying in his deathbed, and all the way up until he dies, basically, she was documenting, sort of as a diary, all the words that he was saying during those times where, you know, it was getting harder and harder for him to breathe, getting harder and harder for him to move, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, some of these interesting things. Hold on, I want to read to you some of the really crazy, interesting things that I saw in here that were just... Alright, let's see. I mean, it's incredible. Okay, so one time he said, I want to pull these down to earth somehow. I really don't know. No more earth binding.
Wow.
Like, how interesting is that? It's like he's talking to he's like, I really want to pull these down to earth somehow. It's like he's you know, if we were to like match up what this guy was experiencing with all of the stuff that like I've been reading by Dolores Cannon with the past life regressions, and the stuff that Bajar talks about, and the stuff that Abraham talks about through Esther Hicks, and just, you know, Alan Watts, all these different folks. Like, I want to pull these down to earth somehow. It's like this person is vibrating between here and the next dimension, kind of thing. I want to pull these down to earth somehow. You know, it's like, and then no more earth binding. It's like, I want to pull these down to earth somehow. What are these? Is it angels? Is it good vibes? Is it, you know, because in all these instances with Dolores Cannon, she talks about how when the people die, when she takes them through the death experience under hypnosis, they all return to this source, this big, bright, beautiful source that's there. And it's filled with love and happiness and joy and just laughing and just, the most beautiful thing. And then at some point, that spark from that returns back to another, you know, there are agreements that are made, and then we all make agreements to deposit ourselves into a specific kind of avatar, so to speak, which is what we're right now. So what's so crazy is to see stuff like this. I want to pull these down to earth somehow. I really don't know. No more earth binding. Here's something else he says. I got to go down there. I have to go down.
Wow.
Like, I've got to go down there. I have to go down. Like, what is that? What is... You know, I'm just imagining, like, this person who's just in this multi-layered sort of grid, this sort of, like...
Yeah.
Oh, and then it says here, he also repeated words and phrases, often ones that made no sense. The green dimension. The green dimension.
That's crazy.
Here's another one. I've got to get off of this life. Like, it's crazy. They quoted a 17-year-old dying of cancer, distraught because she couldn't find the map. If I could find the map, I could go home. Where's the map? I want to go home.
Whoa.
Like, how crazy is that? I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to read this book to look at it through the perspectives of these various spiritual teachings that I've learned throughout the years, and look at it through that lens now that I have an understanding of those kinds of perspectives, and go, and look at that and go, these all Venn diagram here. These all match up. Some of these people were saying that like, some of their patients would say similar things when they were dying.
Wow, that's crazy.
Remember Grandma? Remember when Grandma Clendenning, we went out to visit her? And she goes, who's that little boy? Remember when she said that? We were there in the room. Were you there? We were visiting her, and she was close. I thought she was going to die within those 2 days, but then she went on to live longer and actually look healthier.
Medications that were probably making her hallucinate.
Well, what's crazy too, what had entered my mind during that time was that Grandma actually was, for the lack of a better term, actually semi-dying. She was. I had this feeling that she was like a glitch or something.
Yeah.
You know, like she was like, she had a foot into those other dimensions, into the sort of dying life. And like when she said, "Who's that little boy?" I thought that either she saw Dad as a little kid, or
I was there. I don't remember now.
or Josh or me as a little kid, or. So you said that Grandma, when she was, Grandma Marion, when she was, she was dying, would you say that, was she saying any kind of interesting things?
I don't remember what she was saying. I think we were just just trying to bring up like good memories to her. And then after that, it was just kind of like she just like fell asleep, and then she was just asleep for the rest of the time. And Mom and Leanne kept giving her, I think, like morphine just to keep her comfortable, and then she's on oxygen. Just to keep her comfortable. But I thought it was nice. At least she was with like Mom and Leanne. It wasn't like some stranger, coming in to like take care of her. Like she was in an environment where Leanne was like her second daughter, or third daughter, fourth daughter, another daughter to her. But it was just like I almost felt weird at times just sitting there like waiting for her to go. But it was like you didn't, and then you felt bad like leaving the room, or like you wanted to be in there in the room with her. It was hard too because you could see like in her face and like everything was like changing like day by day because she wasn't eating anything, she wasn't she was just sleeping for days and days on end. I don't even know how many days it was. I mean, it was probably over a week. So it was sad to like see her deteriorate and not look like herself at all. I think that's why like when Uncle Arnie was got cancer the second time, Mom was out there taking care of him. Because I told her, I was like, do you want me to fly out? Like, should I, And she said, no, because I don't think she wanted me to see him that way, because he probably didn't look anything like himself. But I feel like Mom's really strong in that way that she can handle, she's seen, like, a lot of stuff, working in hospitals and retirement homes. And
She seems to have quite a tolerance for
Yeah.
that side of
Yeah,
life.
like it's still hard for her, but she's very compassionate and like knows what to do, and she'd tell me what to do to like help, so Grandma was more comfortable. Like I put lotion on her hands, or like, fix her pillow, and her and Leanne would kind of position her different ways in bed so she wasn't just in the same position every day.
Mm.
But so Mom and I'll talk about it, that every now and then. She's like, I was there for my grandma, when she passed, and I think it's really, really something special that you were there with your grandma.
Mm-hmm.
And like you never really get closure, but I feel like in a way, like it's still hard for me to realize that like Grandma Clendenin is gone, because you have like even Uncle Ernie, and Aunt Nancy. I think it's harder too when you're living in a different state and you're thousands of miles away and you don't see that person every day. So it's almost just like, oh, I just haven't seen them in a while because But it gives me some comfort knowing that they're with, like Grandma's with Aunt Nancy and Aunt Joyce and Grandpa and Uncle Ernie and everybody, and same with Grandma Clendenin, when she died. Like we all knew like she was just, she wanted to be with Grandpa,
Mm-hmm.
That's why sometimes I think about trying to get Mom out here or like closer to me, because I'm like, people's moms are dying. Like with Pamani's, Casey Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my God, I don't even want to think about Mom being gone, and, like I don't know what would happen. I'd go into like a deep depression probably. But it would be nice to have her closer and just be able to spend more time with her. It sucks having like everybody so scattered,
Mm-hmm.
I know Josh is happy where he is, but I wish like we were closer to him too, and the kids. Oh, I should hang my laundry. It's all wet.
These are some more of the quick dying words. They
Oh, yeah.
have no eyes.
Whoa.
Fire, fire, there's fire everywhere.
What?
The body is in the woods next to the oak tree. The next time you wash me, I will be dead. Am I dead? I'm in hell. I see a bright light. Horses. No eyes. No, no, no. He's in all black, and he's got a top hat on, and his eyes are red.
Whoa.
The spiders are eating Papa. Why is this happening to me? You look like an angel. Get home safe, little one. Oh shit, oh shit, oh no! Bob, here I come. Oh honey, I've missed you so much.
Aww.
It's about damn time you got here. I've been waiting. Kill me. The old gray mare ain't what she used to be. Bill's here. Love, I've got to go. Don't tell me she's dead. Where is she? Something's going to happen. There are actual angels who keep coming into my room. I'm going to see you again, brother. Don't be sad. Are you going to bury me today? I have faced death many times before. The devil has been in my room all night, but don't worry, God is with you. Help, they're torturing me. I see the line, tell Mama I'll be back.
Oh my God.
Why are they here? Tomorrow I'll be dead, and so will you. And that's it. It was on this page.
Oh my God.
It was just from all these different things that people had heard people say.
I feel really does make you wonder, like, what... You know how sometimes they get it on video, like they see some kind of... Have you ever seen that where the person is dead and then you see this...
Yeah. Oh my god, I wonder if there's anything like that on here. Let's see. Video of spirit leaving dead body. Let's see. What? Spirit coming out of body in Patna Hospital. Captured on CCTV. Whoa. No way. What? What?
क्या आत्मा का वीडियो बन सकता है? सनसनीखेज पड़ताल आज रात 9:30 बजे वायरल सच में.
Whoa. Hey Jen,
What?
check this crazy thing out. I went to see if there was some video of this.
Yeah, I saw that one.
पटना के 12 अस्पताल में देह से उड़ती आत्मा लाई. क्या आत्मा का वीडियो बन सकता है?
If I knew what the heck these guys were saying, it'd be so interesting to get to the root of it, you know, to like interview these.
वायरल सच में.
It's probably like a retirement home or something.
That'd be so crazy, man. To find out that that was actually happening.
This is delicious cola. You know, this is really something. I think this is it's got a very particular taste. It's a good cola. It's perfectly good. Why did you keep this wrapped up in the refrigerator for so long? I'm thinking there must be something wrong with that brain of yours. I'm thinking maybe there's something, some kind of mental obstruction or something very weird going on over there. What?
Wait, why do you say that?
Because no one in their right mind would leave their 2-liter of cola in the refrigerator for so long. Who does that, right? Right?
Well, look. Yeah, I didn't intentionally mean to leave it in there. You know, it wasn't like I said, I said, I'm going to leave this in the refrigerator for as long as I can. In fact, I'm still trying to figure out who the heck you are exactly and what you're doing here.
Don't mind me, I just like to drink cola. Yeah, this is perfectly good cola because you're very lucky it doesn't have it doesn't have any mold. You're very, very fortunate it doesn't have any mold on it, because especially in this day and age, you really never know what's going to happen at any time. You know, we hear about these I shouldn't be laughing because but there's, you know, they're very strange names, but these things like Ebola, and it's a very weird name, you really have to admit. It's a very strange name. Ebola, and what's that other one? A very strange one. It starts with an S or something.
Salmonella?
It sounds like that, but I think it's
Salmonella?
Yeah, that's the one, salmonella. I'm thinking, you know, if you left it in there for too long, you would get some big time salmonella poisoning, and, you know, I'm glad I wasn't poisoned. This is really something. But it would taste so much better if it wasn't so flat. It's flat. I mean, I'm sitting here asking myself, I'm sitting here asking myself, I keep wondering with every sip I take of this thing, I keep it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just took a sip and then it went down the wrong pipe.
Wrong pipe?
Oh yeah. You think it goes in the esophagus, but it accidentally goes down the trachea tube, and then you're coughing. That's happened to all you people before. So I think it's important that your cola should still have bubbles in it. It should still have carbonation if you're going to try to drink it, because yeah, I got to admit, it still has a good taste to it, you know. I would probably put this into a thermos, and I would take it to work, and then on my lunch break, or even throughout the day, I would be taking sips, you know, from my thermos of this drink. I would probably still do that. Now, if it didn't, you know, if it tasted like poop, if it tasted like caca, I would. If it tasted like horse manure, I probably wouldn't drink it, because it would just taste very much different than what I'm expecting. So, okay, I think I'm gonna go and actually, I think I'll go. That was foolish of me. I was gonna go earlier, but now I realize there's still. I get this last drop in there. Oh goodness. Last couple of sips of that cola. That is some good stuff, I have to admit. Okay. Well, I guess I found what I was looking for. Okay, I'm going to go. Get out of here now. Happy New Year.
Wait, who are you?
That's for me to know and for you to find out.
What the hell? Who are you?
Listen, if I told, I don't want to ruin any surprises. So, tally ho.
Jeez, that's strange. That was like the weirdest. That was the weirdest encounter I've ever.
I heard that.
Wait, you're still here?
Yeah, did you hear a door close?
No, I didn't hear the door close.
Okay, see you later. I'm gonna go now. Goodbye.
Well, are you just gonna jump off the balcony?
Don't worry about me.
All right. You didn't close the door all the way. You okay? You okay down there? You okay down there? You okay down there?
Yeah, I'm doing just fine.
All right. Yeah, that was the weirdest encounter. I just walked into the kitchen here, and there's this dude here who's drinking the cola. Well, you know, I don't have to repeat it, but wow, what a strange... Has that ever happened? What a strange circumstance.
I heard that.
Wait a second. I thought you jumped off the balcony.
I got back through.
You got back through? What does that mean?
I just got back. Here I am. I'm back up here.
But you just jumped off I just watched you jump off the balcony, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I just saw you jump off the balcony.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, sue me?
No,
You know, I could have broken my leg over there.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just curious how the heck you actually got back in my house, because you...
Let's just say I've been taking some parkour classes, you know, free running.
You know what's so weird? I was just watching some videos about that the other day. These guys are crazy. They're jumping over... They're climbing up walls. They're jumping off of roofs onto other rooftops and then sliding down poles and all kinds of... They're diving, they're flipping... Wait a second. That doesn't explain how you actually got inside the apartment, though, because... Okay, so I understand the parkour thing, but you didn't even open up the door. I didn't even hear you enter the room.
You could guess you could consider me, what do they call those guys? A ninja. call me a ninja, I guess, you know, if you want to.
Wait, hold on a second. Okay, wait, okay, so here, let me just show you out the door. It was nice meeting you. I think it's time for you to here. Let me just open. Time for you to go. Okay?
But what if I don't want to go? I don't really want to go. Whoops. Uh-oh. Okay, bye.
All right. Well, and now it's time for something completely different. We met the people, we know who they are. We met the people, they travel from afar. Blinking matter molecules, cosmic insights, hints and clues. We met the people, we know who they are. We met the people, they travel from afar. Yes and yes and yes again, growing ideas wide open.
met the people, we know who they are. We met the people, they travel from afar. I was just thinking, I saw this interview with Frank Zappa one time, and they said, "Oh, how do you do you want to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered?" And he's like, "I don't care, like I don't want to be remembered, or I don't care, type of thing." And then there's this idea of wanting to create a legacy and to live on through that legacy. That idea that if you got enough people thinking about you and talking about you, maybe it's easier for you to live within that spirit. If you have more channels that are opening up to, in a sense, channeling your personality, your vibe, then maybe there's a better, opportunity for you to be able to speak to everyone, speak through everyone, pass along the message. Because in this thing, I was just reading this. Oh, man. Okay, so let me just say this. I was playing the Phasma box. And when I was out there in Arizona, and Dizzy D and I were playing with this Phasma box, and it would come through. It shows you like little words on the screen. It shows you different stuff. And it showed us 3 words. One, it sounded like it's a Dylan Durward. Oh no, Bob Durward. Bob, and then Durward. And then it's a Dylan. Well, I didn't even realize till now that Bob Dylan. And then it says Durward, so I put this into the search engine. It says here, May 24th, 2007. There's a picture of these, this black and white photo of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Black and white. A trip through time and history with stops along the way. It says here, May 2007, 24th. Happy birthday, Bob Dylan. 2 things about this Bob Dylan photo that struck me immediate is that it looks like a cross between Adam Sandler and Leonard Cohen. But there's something that led me here that said something like, if I should die, it was like this poem about something about like, if I should die, give it all away so those who are waiting to die, have it to use, or something like that. So that's what started making me think like, wow, if I die, like here's all of this stuff that I got, all of these archives. Would I want, I guess once you're dead, you don't really care whether all that stuff is burned. It's just, that's just a material stuff. It's just so crazy to think how many memories are just locked and will never be shared. How much stuff was intended to be released out there into the public. Then you wonder for what motivation? For the fun of creating this thing. Creating the movie is, this fun idea, the fact that you could create imagination for others to watch and be a part of. The fact that people get mad while making movies, it's supposed to be a playful experience. So Bob Dylan Durward just shows, it says Bob Dylan biography, but there's a link here to YouTube, but the thing says video unavailable. So apparently they had
YouTube documentary on here. I'll read you some comments. Damien said, an amazing poet of our time. I bookmarked your blog because I already liked it, but then because you appreciate the Bob. You have a very cool writing style and a new fan. Now what's interesting here is the name of this is called jdurward.blogspot.com. And so down here on the right hand side it says discuss, D-I-S-Q-U-S, discuss for Durward discussion. So that seems to be the name of the person who has this. I find it quite interesting that out of all names, that's the one. Wow. Happy accidents. All right, let's look at that. Here's I'm clicking on one of the blogs. Happy accidents. We'll see how far we get. I'm not promising that I'm going to get through this whole thing, but I figured, what the hell. Happy accidents. Queen Elizabeth II is in town for her 4th state visit to the United States. She originally came in 1957, then 1976, 1991, and now 2007. She'll be commemorating the founding of Jamestown, Virginia, but I secretly suspect that she's looking forward to more of the Kentucky Derby rather than a bunch of recreationalists in powdered wigs. I'm also looking forward to the Derby. Anyone who reads this blog knows that horse racing has been an avocation since I was 5. Therefore, the Queen and I will be having a good time on Saturday watching the beautiful animals doing what they do best, run. He's rather high in the odds, but I shall be rooting for Circular Quay shown above. Liz hasn't yet informed me of her favorite. In honor of all the pomp, circumstance, and silliness, I give you a reprint of an old article. If you haven't as yet seen The Queen, why not? The movie is wonderful, Marin is wonderful, and the lady Isabel is wonderful. Last night, Helen Mirren won an Oscar for playing the Queen. Soon, she may be invited to tea with the Queen. This gives me a chance to repost an old column called Happy Accidents. So, with Helen I say, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Queen. In a time of bad, getting worse news, it is sometimes helpful to remember that earth-shaking matters that seem horribly wrong at the time actually do work out for the best. When Edward, then Prince of Wales, first met American divorcee Wallace Simpson, she did not make much of an impression on him, but over the next few years he fell deeply in love with her, ultimately giving up the throne to marry her on November 11th, 1936. His brother Bertie, also known as the Spare to the Heir. I'm the Spare to the Heir. Spare to the Heir. What? Say what? I'm the Spare to the Air. The Spare to the Air. The Spare to the Air. Okay. Crowned as King George VI, became the unexpected king without any real training for the job. By all testimony, with the assistance of his wife, Elizabeth, he picked up the burden he never expected to carry, probably destroying his health in the process, and led his country through the horrors of the Blitz and the aftermath of World War II, while his brother went his own selfish, well-heeled playboy way. The king and queen were still young enough to have another child, possibly male, but they didn't, so the weight of being a future monarch fell on the young shoulders of a little girl nicknamed Lilibet. Lilibet. Hello, I'm Lilibet. Hello, I'm Lilibet. It was a different age, and she knew she had only one course in life: to do her duty. Her sister Margaret could be a lovely, bright light of a socialite who aged into charming, if totally useless, adult, but Elizabeth had to continue. She
She could very well have had failings as a mother, though her children seemed to like her. Whatever their upbringing may have done to their ability to form lasting, healthy attachments, she was probably had little to sacrifice her own will and pleasure for the sake of her duties, simply because it was her job. For more than 50 years, Elizabeth has continued. Whatever sorrows or personal tragedies have fallen to her, they really made it into public, unlike the scandals of her rather rambunctious brood. Lacking in real ruling power, she has remained the source of history, as well as advisor to heads of government and politicians who sometimes forget the long view. If she laughs and smiles now, it is the joy of a full life, lived well by someone who simply did what was right for her time, for her family, her nation, for an accident resulting from a selfish action. That's not bad. And then right next to it is a photograph. HRH, Queen Elizabeth II at 80. Okay, that was when she turned 80, whenever that was. She's wearing a pinkish kind of thing inside of her hat, and this thing looks like a feather. There's like a thing tied on the side of it, and it's kind of droopy. It's a little bit diagonalized. She's got a huge collar. Looks like something I would draw. It's got a big big buttons on there, and also like a random device, and also on the cheek there, on the collar. Also, some earrings, and of course a necklace. So, there you have it.
And now an excerpt from the declassified CIA document called Analysis and Assessment of Gateway Process. The study happened in June 9th, 1983. It was approved for release September 10th, 2003, but it didn't actually get released until 2017, I believe. So I'm going to read for you an excerpt of this. Page 10, number 14, the consciousness matrix. The universe is composed of interacting energy fields, some at rest and some in motion. It is, in and of itself, one gigantic hologram of unbelievable complexity, according to the theories of Carl Pribram, a neuroscientist at Stanford University, and David Bohm, a physicist at the University of London. The human mind is also a hologram, which attunes itself to the universal hologram by the medium of energy exchange, thereby deducing meaning and achieving the state which we call consciousness. With respect to states of expanded or altered consciousness, such as gateway uses, the process operates in the following way. As energy passes through various aspects of the universal hologram and is perceived by the electrostatic fields which comprise the human mind, the holographic images being conveyed are projected upon those electrostatic fields of the mind and are perceived or understood to the extent that the electrostatic field is operating at a frequency and amplitude that can harmonize with and therefore read the energy carrier wave pattern passing through it. Changes in the frequency and amplitude of the electrostatic field which comprises the human mind determines the configuration and hence the character of the holographic energy matrix which the mind projects to intercept meaning directly from the holographic transmissions of the universe. Then, to make sense of what the holographic image is saying to it, the mind proceeds to compare the image just received with itself. Specifically, it does this by comparing the image received with that part of its own hologram which constitutes memory.